Hey folks, this is Gabe with Security Baron, and you may be looking for an outdoor cam that can handle all of the elements without putting a dent in your wallet. Well, we may have just the solution for you today with our review of the Outdoor Camera. In today's review of the Outdoor Camera, we're going to check out some pros and cons, its design, put it through the Security Baron necessary features test before diving into its mobile application to make sure you have all the information you need to make the right decision. If you'd like to see a list of our favorite outdoor cameras, Google Security Baron Best Outdoor Cameras. If you have a question about today's review, leave us a comment and I'll get back to you. Let's kick off today's review of the Outdoor Camera, going over some pros and cons, beginning with the pros. Now right off the bat, I want to talk about that 1080p high definition video. You're going to get some nice quality footage with your Outdoor Cam. You can see cars outside, people walking by with pretty nice clarity. If you're looking at the night vision, it's also pretty solid. You can actually make out my features with those 12 infrared LEDs. You can do digital zoom, really check things out, even if it's pitch black. In terms of weather resistance, it's IP65 rated. So it can pretty much handle a little rain, snow, sleet, whatever you can throw at it, and temperatures from 5 to 122 degrees Fahrenheit. Finally, it has 24/7 recording if you sign up for the eCloud Premium subscription plan. We don't see 24/7 recording on a ton of devices, so it's really nice to be able to check that out with the Outdoor Cam. Now on the con side, it does not have any person detection. You're not going to be able to actually know if there's a person setting off your alarm or anything of that nature because there's no artificial intelligence built into the Outdoor Camera. It also has a narrow field of view. We typically like to see at least 120 degree field of view, and the Outdoor Camera just has a 110 degree field of view. Finally, it does not have any free cloud storage. Now it does have a local storage option, but if you want to put anything into the cloud, you're going to have to sign up for at least the standard eCloud subscription plan. Now that we've gone over the pros and cons, let's talk about the design on the Outdoor Camera. Now right off the bat, it is IP65 weather rated, which means it can handle rain, sleet, little snow. As long as it's not submerged in water or being hit with super powerful jets, it should get along nicely. It can even handle 5 to 122 degrees Fahrenheit, which checks out for most of the continental United States for at least most of the year. Now, in terms of its design, it's got a nice little hood. I like that element. It's got a convex front face that's pretty flush. I don't have a protruding lens, which is something that always tends to bother me a little bit. Now, the cord is connected directly to the device, and it's about 3 meters long. You have here a little door that holds your micro SD card, and your speaker is found on the bottom, and your microphone, of course, is on the front face of the device. And generally speaking, you can actually place this just about anywhere. You'll note that it comes with all the mounting hardware necessary. You can move things around. You can just really get that exact angle that you need to make sure that you and your family are safe. So overall, I'm into the white aesthetic of the Outdoor Cam and think it's a pretty solid design. Well, hold on. I hope you're enjoying today's review of the Outdoor Camera. If you'll be kept up to date on the newest in outdoor cameras, smart home security, cybersecurity, and more, subscribe to our channel, Security Baron. We're dropping new content weekly. All right, let's get back to the video. Now that we've looked at the design for the Outdoor Camera, let's put it through the Security Baron necessary features test. Here at Security Baron, we think that every camera should have stellar video quality, two-way audio, night vision, local and cloud storage, smart platform integration, artificial intelligence, convenience, and value. Stellar video quality is a Security Baron necessary feature because you want to be able to see what's taking place with absolute clarity. Unfortunately, with the Outdoor Camera, you do get that with the 1080p high definition video. Now the resolution is great, but we would love to see at least a 120 degree field of view, which is something that you do not get with the Outdoor Camera. You're looking at a 110 degree field of view. But when you are looking, you do see things quite well. If you look outside, you can see things taking place on the sidewalk below. You can see people walking by. You can see the cars going by with pretty solid clarity. Even indoors, you will note that you can see my face pretty well. You really make me out. The daytime vision is pretty solid in that regard. We just wish it had a little bit wider of a field of view. And even the digital zoom works pretty well on the eOutdoor camera. But when it comes down to stellar video quality and the security bare necessary features test, we gotta give the eOutdoor cam half marks. Two-way audio is a security bare necessary feature because you want to be able to hear what's happening in the vicinity of your camera, and you definitely want them to be able to hear you, even if it's just you saying, probably get away from, my front door or something of that nature. Now, fortunately, with the eOutdoor camera, there's pretty serviceable audio. Now, we won't say it's the best two-way audio that we've ever heard, but you can definitely engage in a conversation with whoever happens to be near the eOutdoor camera with his built-in speaker and microphone.
This is the two-way audio on an eOutdoor camera.
So when it comes to the security bare necessary features test and two-way audio, we're going to give it full marks. Night vision is a security bare necessary feature because almost half of each day is night, and you want to be able to capture what's taking place. Now, fortunately, the eOutdoor camera comes equipped with 12 infrared LEDs, so you can ultimately capture things pretty well. It has solid night vision. Now, not the best night vision that we've seen. We're not even sure if it's actually going to hit the 50 feet that it purports to hit, but generally speaking, you can capture those folks that are around your vicinity of the eOutdoor camera pretty well. You can see their features, you can see what they're doing. So overall, when it comes to night vision and the security bare necessary features test, we're going to give it full marks. Local and cloud storage is a security bare necessary feature because some people like to have all of their data just on the device itself, the eOutdoor camera, and some want to throw it up into the cloud so they can access it from anywhere. Fortunately, the eOutdoor does give you both options. You can put an 8 to 32 gigabyte micro SD card in, and just remember that it'll be a loop recording so that once it does get full, it'll just begin to rewrite the earliest recordings. You can also throw things into the cloud, and there are actually a myriad of options with the eOutdoor camera. We went with the premium subscription eCloud plan. We got it for one camera, $9.99 a month, gets you 15 days of cloud storage with that 24/7 recording, which is something we do not see often with outdoor cameras. Now, there are multiple options for the eOutdoor camera when it comes to cloud storage. If you want to see all of those expertly explained, please check it out at securitybaron.com. So when it comes to local and cloud storage on the eOutdoor camera, we have to give it full marks. A security bare necessary feature is smart platform integration. You want to be able to use smart platforms to really just control your cameras with your voice, and unfortunately the eOutdoor camera does not integrate with any smart platforms like Apple, Amazon, or Google. So when it comes to smart platform integration and the security bare necessary features test, we have to give the eOutdoor camera 0 marks. Artificial intelligence is a security bare necessary feature, and artificial intelligence is generally used to detect people, packages, animals, even facial recognition to help cut down the sheer number of notifications you can receive to your mobile device throughout the day on what's going on. Now, while the eOutdoor camera does have various motion settings in terms of setting up activity zones and the like, it does not have any artificial intelligence capabilities like person detection. So when it comes to artificial intelligence and the security bare necessary features test, the eOutdoor camera gets 0 marks. Convenience is a security bare necessary feature, and it basically represents how easy it is to set up a device and how easy it is to maintain the usage of that same device. Now, fortunately, the eOutdoor camera is pretty easy to set up. You go with the eHome app, connect it with your eCamera, you'll probably be done within 5 minutes. And when it comes to actually installing it, well, it does come with all the mounting hardware necessary to affix this device wherever you'd like to put it outside of your home. Now, in terms of using the device, it's also pretty easy, especially once you've set up an eCloud service. You can download clips, share clips to your heart's desire, and it's all pretty straightforward. I will note that it's not the easiest process for removing your physical micro SD card with this little door. You actually have to unscrew it, whereas with other cameras, sometimes you'll be able to just push it in and push a button and it'll come back out. But generally speaking, using and installing your eOutdoor camera is convenient, and when it comes to the security bare necessary features test, I'll go ahead and give it full marks. Value is a security bare necessary feature because you want to get a solid feature set out of your outdoor camera. You don't necessarily want to break the bank. Now, while it may not have some of the advanced features that you see with some of the other cameras out on the market, it definitely brings some pretty admirable features to the game in terms of its weather resistance, its well-functioning app, its 1080p high definition video, and 12 infrared LEDs, and all of that for $79.99. So pretty impressed with the value gained from getting the E outdoor camera. And when it comes to security bare necessary features test, gotta give it full marks. Now that we've run the E outdoor cam through the security bare necessary features test, let's check out its mobile application, the E Home app. This is where you can be doing most of your interfacing with your device, watching live streams, downloading clips, and just generally going about the process of making sure your home is safe. Now, fortunately, people seem to be generally enjoying that experience. It has a 4.7 in the Apple App Store and a 4.5 in the Google Play Store. So let's go ahead and check it out on my iPhone. Here I am checking out the E mobile application with my E outdoor cam. Now let's just jump straight into the live view. Now you know I have this pretty interesting thing. If I actually push my camera from one side to the other, I can actually change the perspective, and that's kind of fun that you can do that with your E camera. But if I want to go directly into the live view, I can do so by clicking, or rather tapping, on the icon in the bottom right hand corner. And here I am, now I'm directly in the live view. I can of course take a picture, take a snap like that. I can use the two-way audio if I hold my finger on the microphone icon, and then I can even record the video directly from that live view. Now if I want to get out of this, or if I want to hear what's happening, I can go in the upper right hand corner, turn on that speaker, and then I would hear what's happening in the room. But let's go ahead and stop this recording by tapping on that icon once again, and go back to our app. Now in the bottom left-hand corner, the opposite side of where you turn it into a full screen, you'll note that you have your HD option. You can also change it to standard, but you probably want to keep it on that nice HD so you get that full resolution. Now if you look below, you'll see all the different manners by which motion has been detected. Right there in the app, I can go to the day before, I can go to whenever I'd really like to see what has taken place. Now, what's great about the E mobile application is you have, of course, that local storage option, which just runs in a loop. So it'll start to actually re-record over itself depending on how big of an SD card you put inside, or you can actually go into the cloud. Now with the cloud, what's really fun is you get 24/7 recording. So if you note here, I'm in 10:15. I can go back to earlier in the day. I can go to yesterday. And at any point, I can actually just decide to download a clip. So let me show you what that looks like. Now, if I click on the video, I can hit download. You see that icon, and then I can actually cut the video down to exactly what I'd like to see. So now I hit OK. And now I'm downloading that video that I've just taken from a few minutes ago. So this is a really cool element of the E Outdoor because honestly, we don't see that nice 24/7 recording on many devices. Now, of course, you can cut videos down to the extent that you'd like to. You can listen to the sound, and you just make your own albums. So let's go ahead and check out the settings themselves. You see now that I got a message saying that the download has completed. So now I've downloaded that various clip directly to my device. Now I can turn my camera on and off in terms of privacy. I can rename the camera. I can even go into settings and have things like the camera microphone, the night vision. But what's more fun, of course, is using the smart detection, because ultimately what we want to be doing is forgetting the fact that we have this outdoor camera working, because we don't want to get so many notifications throughout the day. That's why I think it's really useful to either turn your motion detection on or off, set up an activity zone. So if you see here, I've set up an activity zone, and I can reframe this particular device or resize it and decide exactly where I want to be paying attention. So let's say there were a door here. This is where I would have my door, right front and center, or if the door were on the left side of the camera view, I could put it there. And then I'd only be notified when there was activity in this zone, which is really useful. Now I've set that. And beyond that, I can even go into my sensitivity level and decide how much motion I need in terms of when I want my device to notify me. So I can drag the slider from medium or low, and so it says this will only be triggered when significant activity is detected. So when there's a lot of things going on, then that motion sensitivity will alert me to someone's presence or something's presence. Now, you can also decide on your settings in terms of how often you want to receive these alerts. So you can go down to medium or low, or you can even turn on a schedule. So of course I have mine on 24/7, but I could go down to customize and really make a decision on when I want to be alerted. So say I only want to know what's happening when I'm typically going to be in the office from 9 to 6. Voila, there it is, 9 to 6 weekdays. I will be alerted to when exactly something is going on. So that's really useful because beyond that, I'm in the house, I'm not going to get snuck up on. Now, you have various cloud storage options. You can look and see exactly what's been taking place in your cloud. For example, in the office, in the past 30 days, I've uploaded 11 hours and 43 minutes of videos. I can suspend that. I can look at the videos that I've downloaded from my cloud. I can even go into my various plans. And so these are all really useful elements with your eOutdoor. Remember, it is both a local and cloud storage, but if you would like to get things essentially from your local cloud storage, you will going to have to go ahead and take out that card. So overall, you do get a lot of flexibility and a pretty intuitive app right here with the eOutdoor camera. Here we are checking out a live stream of the day vision on the eOutdoor cam, and it's got pretty solid resolution. You're looking at 1080p high definition. Now, we typically like to see a 120-degree field of view so that we can really capture what's going on in this room. The eOutdoor is probably about 5 feet away from me, and it does make it pretty obvious that we're not getting that 120. In fact, the E has a 110-degree field of view, so a little less than what we'd want to see. Now, if I go ahead and give it that globe test, you'll note that it's got a pretty solid digital zoom. If I zoom in, we get a little Africa action here, a little South America, and you can see you've got Madagascar. Now things, of course, aren't as clear as we go this deep on the digital zoom, but that's generally a pretty solid perspective. We're really trying to get really granular in our views. And overall, I'm a fan of the day vision on the eOutdoor camera. Here I am checking out a live view of the night vision on the eOutdoor camera. It's got 12 infrared LEDs. I can actually count them from where I'm sitting, and it looks pretty good. Now, if you note, you still have that 110-degree field of view, and let's go ahead and check out some digital zoom in the darkness. So here we are, going ahead. Ooh, got Asia today. So you can see pretty well with the digital zoom. It's capturing me pretty well. You can make out most of my facial features. You get a little bit of that nice glasses reflection. But generally speaking, it may not be the best night vision we've ever seen, but it's definitely solid night vision on the eOutdoor camera. Let's recap how the eOutdoor camera performed on the Security brand necessary features test. Video quality, half marks. While it has a solid 1080p high definition video, it only has a 110-degree field of view. Two-way audio, full marks. The eOutdoor camera comes equipped with microphone and speaker, allowing you to have a conversation with whoever's in the vicinity of the cam. Night vision, full marks. It has 12 infrared LEDs, allowing you to see what's taking place in the dark. Local and cloud storage, full marks. You can equip your eOutdoor camera with the microSD card, or you can sign up for one of the eCloud subscription plans. Smart platform integration, 0 marks. The eOutdoor cam does not integrate with any of the smart platforms. Artificial intelligence, 0 marks. The eOutdoor camera does have various motion settings, but it does not come equipped with person detection or facial recognition technology. Convenience, full marks. The eOutdoor cam is super simple to set up and use. Value, full marks. While the E does not have all the advanced features we've seen with some outdoor cameras, it does bring a lot of capacity for something that's under $80. All right, we've come a long way with our E outdoor camera, and you're saying, hey Gabe, is this the right outdoor camera for me? So let me break it down for you. You're gonna get 1080p high definition video. You're gonna get 12 infrared LEDs, so you know that your day and night vision are both gonna be solid. On top of that, with the weather resistance rating of IP65, it can basically handle any weather that you throw at it, from 5 to 122 degrees, snow, sleet, whatever you want. Now, beyond that, it has a nice mobile application. It's intuitive, it's easy to use, and with the paid cloud subscription plan, you can actually have 24/7 recording so you don't miss a thing. Now, if you're someone who wants free cloud storage, you're not gonna get that with your E. If you're someone who wants person detection, facial recognition, or any artificial intelligence capabilities, you're not gonna get that with the E. But if you're looking to pay just $79.99 to get into the outdoor game, I have to say it's a pretty solid contender. So that concludes our review of the E Outdoor Home Security Camera. If you appreciated today's video, give us a like and hit that subscribe button. As always, this is Gabe Security Baron. Be secure.